This week, Justin is going mobile. Brax's day with the magistrate arrives. Tane settles into life in prison, and the Riverboys need reminding where they came from.
Hold me in your arms, don't let me go. I want to stay forever, closer each day, home and away.
You are receiving a call from inmate Tane Periter at Graydon Correctional Facility. If you do not wish to be connected, please hang up now.
Hey, Harper.
Tane, how are you?
Oh, been better.
What? It's nice to finally hear from you. We haven't seen you since you took off.
Yeah, look, I'm sorry.
I've been dying to ask you, what was the plan there exactly?
Well, I didn't think I had a choice at the time.
Can you see how you've made things so much worse?
Well, things weren't exactly great before now, were they? And whose fault is that? Look, I know running was a mistake. I panicked. Everything just felt hopeless.
Tane, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. Look, can we just move on, please? I don't want to waste this call fighting with you.
Yeah, me either.
How's my boy?
He misses you.
Yeah, I miss him too. But listen, this is very important, okay?
I'm listening.
I need you to promise me that you'll never bring him here.
Oh, it's fine. I don't mind coming into the prison. You shouldn't miss out on seeing us.
I don't want him seeing me in here ever.
But, I mean, Tane, we could be talking about years.
Promise me, Harper.
I promise.
Thank you. I better go. After our boy.
We are Si and Sophie. This is Coastal News, a home and away podcast, your weekly episode companion podcast for your favourite Aussie soap.
What is a bar without a brawl? Sophie.
Nice.
In a word. How are you? You okay?
Good, thank you. How are you doing?
Not too shabby. Had a good week.
Yes. It's been a good week on Homers, let's put it that way. Everything else, yeah. But Homers Homers has been good. I've enjoyed. I mean, how long is Brax sticking around for? I'm loving it. It looks like he's here next week as well. I can't wait.
You're in your element, aren't you?
I'm having the time of my life.
And I honestly, I'm watching it thinking, I'm enjoying it too.
Yeah.
And I think out of the two of us, I was definitely, we were both skeptical, weren't we?
Yes.
But I think
Yeah.
I was on the sort of less intrigued skeptical side. You were sort of more intrigued to see how it was going to go.
Yeah.
But it's turning out to be one of the best soap comebacks of the decade, I reckon.
So good. And everyone's talking about it, which is so good. Like, everyone online has got an opinion. Most of them so far have been positive. Even the ones I was convinced weren't going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen some of those comments.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later in your say on the
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, honestly, I think this has really worked. And I think, we spoke a little bit on the special we did a few weeks back for it. But, I think the timing was just right.
Yes.
It wasn't too soon, was it? We all still remember this, and it's quite good. And it's funny, isn't it, how times change but don't.
Yeah.
And the way it's tied in with this massive current story, love it or loathe it, I think it's been done quite well. So we're in. And it's not just a 2-episode. We will we'll be in WA for 2 eps.
Yeah, I thought we were going to be in WA, and then obviously we found out he was coming to the Bay, and I was like, and I really thought the other day, the kind of conclusion of his storyline, which we'll get onto later, I thought that was going to be it. Like, they'd be up hitting the road, and that'd be them gone. But it looks like they're still here next week because they're in the trailer for tonight's episode on Friday. So, I mean, I'm not complaining, doll, but I didn't think they were going to be around this long.
They're in a lot of episodes as well, so I bet they're paying him a penny.
Yeah, I should hope so. Yes.
In other news, I must say, because we are the news service, Sonny, or what I should say is Ryan Bown, aka Sonny, is coming to a town near you. He's
Near
coming
me.
to the UK. Near you.
Near me.
Right. Yeah. Have you got a ramp installed?
I can fashion one.
He's doing a UK and Ireland meet and greet tour. You and I have done a couple of these with the Home and Away cast, haven't we? And they've been quite cool, actually. It's been quite nice, and it's a nice little perk we're getting lately of some of the cast coming over. And Sonny is a much loved character, and Ryan is a really good laugh. I would point you towards tickets, but it's hard to describe where they would be. On Facebook somewhere.
Yeah.
Is the link.
Yeah.
We seem to be advertised on there.
We can probably put them on the social medias, can't we, or something?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we'll commit to that this weekend.
Yeah.
So go to the social medias, Coast News Pod, and we'll share the links. Why not?
Yeah.
Support the show in one way or another. So go and buy a ticket if you want to meet Ryan. It's like the early August, is it?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not long to decide, and it's quite a busy time of year as well. I know we're struggling a bit, aren't we? So go and get your tickets. If you want to find out a little bit about what he's like, I interviewed him last year. So head in the link to in our show notes. This and every episode is a link to our sister podcast, Coastal News Investigates, and he's on there. And he came on the podcast and had a chat. Great guy. Go and check that out if you've not heard it yet, because that might sway you into buying a ticket. You never know. And in other news this week, you've been moonlighting, haven't you, Sophie? On another podcast.
I have, which was very weird without you, I'll be honest. I did miss you. Like, yeah, don't fire me. Don't fire me for moonlighting.
But you felt, when I've ever done it, I'm the same. It just feels, I imagine it's like Ant without Deck.
Yes, it is.
Just doesn't feel right.
It's like when they sit the wrong side of each other and it's Deck and Ant and not Ant and Deck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dick without Dom.
Probably
more our level.
I wondered what you were going to say. I've never been more relieved to hear and Dom before in my life.
Yes, you were over at Tam Tam Towers. Pop Goes the Tam Tam, weren't you?
I was. I tell you what, it's very plush over there.
Is it?
It's not like, I think we spend our budget on wine, you know.
Are we slumming it?
We are a bit, yeah.
Up in Reefton Lakes, isn't she?
We probably just sort of, maybe we can buy cheaper wine and then sort out our...
It's not happening, Tam. You never sacrifice the wine.
Okay, fair enough. Okay.
Yeah. But this studio here is just fine.
It is
Let her have a tower up in Reefton Lakes. It's fine.
Yes.
But you were over there chit-chatting about Number One Fan, weren't you? I had to listen to it the other day. It is a right hoot. I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Bless you.
Thank you.
It was good fun. I mean, you watched this series, didn't you? So we do love a Channel 5 mini-series, don't we? This is not a news shocker. we love them. So for anybody listening, if you haven't already come across this, Channel 5 do these mini-series dramas. It tend to be 4-part or a 5-part sort of show. There was one recently called Number One Fan. It had Jill Halfpenny and Sally Lindsay in it. It was ridiculous. It was over the top. It was almost a Homer's-esque thriller. It was great. And Tamsin and I reviewed it and gave our thoughts and our opinions on it. It's spoiler heavy, so I'd imagine that you'd have to probably watch the show before you listen to the episode. But yeah, if you have watched it or you're going to watch it, check out the podcast because we had a lot of fun talking about it and picking it, to pieces as we do.
It was good. You guys did great, and it's a real good giggle. We'll put the link in the show notes of this episode, so make sure you go check it out. Should we talk about this week's Home and Away?
Yes, dying.
Dying, yes. Right, first up, top of the week. Leah is cooking up a plan of what to do with the garage, isn't she? And she's saying let's email some clients, tell them they'll be in touch when we've got new premises. Novel ideas, this, Leah. Novel. The taxi company, you remember that there was quite a big deal about this taxi contract a couple of years back, which I totally forgot until it was mentioned again this week. They've even pulled out because that was like saving his business at one point, wasn't it? If you remember.
Yeah.
They've pulled out. They can't afford to buy anywhere else. What are they going to do? I mean, John's got a lot to answer for, but he's MIA and not even, not even involved in any of this decision about what's going to happen with this business. I mean, what does it mean for him even? He invested in this dilapidated building, supposedly. What about his investment? I'd love to hear more about that, to be honest. The effects on him, because we know he's not flush, given his DIY endeavours. And then Justin has the novel idea. It's not Leah, the businesswoman. It's Justin in the end who says, do you know what? I'm going to have that lyric van back. And he goes to Remy and asks for it. And it doesn't take long and he gets it. He's going mobile, doll. He's doing breakdowns.
Yes. I don't know how that's going to work in actual practice, but there we go.
I think it means we can paint over the lyric on the van and that is gone.
Yeah.
Lyric's gone.
I did find that chat weird though, that he went and asked Remy the Millionaire if he can have his van back. I'm going to keep calling him Remy the Millionaire so people remember he's a millionaire. Because surely this guy can buy his own van if he desperately needed one for whatever reason.
And he had to check with Eden.
Yeah, it's weird, this.
Yeah.
Just take your van back. The guy's a millionaire. He could buy another one.
Yeah.
He could buy the garage. I mean, he bloody offered to, didn't he? But
yeah,
I don't know. It's a bit strange.
I think you were on the money the other week when you said it sounds like we can't film at that garage anymore.
Yeah, it's got to be something like that because I think that was a genuine business. And I mean, with that, you've got no control over the premises at all, have you? You just...
No.
It could be closed down, it could be knocked down, it could have a flats built on it, it could be a different business altogether. If it's slightly changed or gone or whatever, then you can't really use it as the garage anymore, so you're kind of stuck, aren't you? So yeah. It's like God forbid if the surf club ever got sold, the real surf club, what would we do then?
I don't know. They probably count on the show's money to keep it going, to be honest.
I'd hope that there was enough of a compensation that it meant that we were safe, you know what I mean? But I mean, it could happen. One day they could decide that they want to sell it, or they want to knock it down, or they want to do something to it.
Yeah.
And we're a paddle, well, not a paddle, up a creek without a paddle even. So yeah. Yes.
So with regards to the Justin thing, I think they're future-proofing his storyline by making him just drive around in the van.
Yeah.
And also, it's sort of, we can all stop whinging about him not being at the garage.
That's true. Maybe that's why they've done it. Because they're sick of us all going, he doesn't go to work. He's always surfing and drinking coffee. Maybe it's that.
Whereas now he can just be in between jobs now.
Yes.
To and fro.
Yeah.
So, what a good job that would be, though, just tottering around town, pumping tyres up.
It's all right if you are a mechanic. I wouldn't have a clue what to do.
No. Do you know what I think is a good job? Maybe those mobile valeters.
Oh, yes.
That's a cushy job, isn't it?
That's
just
not
hoovering
bad.
back seats all day.
Yeah, but you have to touch other people's gross cars. Yeah, it's not for me, but I can see why it'd be
an easy job.
Yeah, nice job. Work for yourself. Pick your hours. Yeah, be nice.
Just think, I've earned enough today. I think I'll finish.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Close up shop and go for a surf. Not that I can do that in the Midlands, but there we go.
So we'll see how that goes with his new business venture. We'll see how that goes. Now, I say John hasn't been really involved because he has been down YCPD reporting squatters at Tane's house, hasn't he, this week?
Yes.
And during this reporting, learns of Cash's restricted duties, of course. So he wants to know all about that. Johnny's like, my spirit animal, I swear to God. And Cash, he goes to Brax and explains, look, there's this guy called John Palmer. And everyone's like, oh, yeah, we know him. Mm-hmm. We were talking about the dots not really joining here, weren't we? Like, surely, last week you were saying, oh, you'd mentioned the street and you'd mentioned this and you'd mentioned that and you'd mentioned the people and the neighbours. And it seems no one thinks like that.
No, it's weird.
It was jarring. And when we got that scene where he was explaining who John Palmer was, I was like, how's he not realised this? It's not a difficult timeline, really.
Yeah.
It was strange. It does, I do wonder whether it's just a thing for newer viewers. One of those weird script quirks.
Yeah,
you don't really need to know and go through the history.
Yeah, it's got to be, hasn't it? Yeah.
Just go with it. Yeah, and basically suggests, look, John's not going to let this go. You need to turn yourself in on your own terms while you can, which he does agree to. That scene where he's getting in the car and John stood there like he's seen a ghost.
He doesn't even talk. It's so funny. He just points at him with his mouth open. I think that's the only time we've seen John not actually have a line in a scene.
Do you know what we missed, though? We missed John running around town.
That's true. Yeah.
Going, Brax.
I've just seen a ghost.
Ghost.
That's true, because the news of Brax travels because he gets spotted by people rather than anyone. Yeah.
But I'm thinking, John. There's no way John's just gone back in and made a brew.
No.
On that information.
I bet he's rang Irene. I'd never guess who I've seen, and she's probably like, "Who? Who's this?"
Yeah.
Sorry, Irene. Too soon? Is it too soon?
Well, not from the sounds of a memory.
Oh dear.
Brings Irene too far gone.
Who are you?
So off he goes. Sarge is a bit sus down at YCPD, isn't he, when Cash turns up with him? Isn't it funny how all these fugitives turning themselves in?
I told you it was funny. I told you Sarge was funny.
Was that funny?
Yes. Did you not find it funny?
No.
I've been crying laughing. Oh dear.
I don't know, but the problem you have with this reaction, Sophie, is that when Sarge is on my screen, all I'm doing is thinking about what you think about it.
You're supposed to be forming your own opinion.
But all I'm doing is, I bet Sophie's loving this bit, and I bet she's thinking that was good.
Oh, actually, to be fair, when I see Sarge, I just immediately start cracking up because I imagine you just getting really angry.
You're doing it as well.
It's very funny to me. I'm sorry. I do find it hilarious. Oh, dear.
To be fair, like, we'll come on to it in a minute, but he's not totally wrong this week. Again, I just don't think his execution is like fit for this environment. Right, but there we go.
Yeah.
So Sarge is not happy, is he? He's saying all this to Cash about fugitives turning themselves in. You're hysterical. And Sarge starts the interview with him. He's sus that Cash gave him the heads up, isn't he? But Brax is like, look, I just don't want this hanging over my head, It's WA slips out again, and you're just like, Jesus Christ.
Cash's face. Uh-oh.
Give me a fucking break.
But this is why they annoy me, Cash and Brax, because they haven't had a chat about anything.
I know.
And he could have said, by the way, Massage doesn't know I came out to help you, doesn't know that you helped Tane. Can we just not mention WA at all?
Did they drive in silence?
I don't know. They've obviously had no chats at all. I mean, I'd love to know what happened on that first phone call. You know, when this whole plan was plotted for Brax to come back to the Bay, apparently this all happened on a phone call with Cash. We missed the whole thing, so God knows what they actually talked about. I need to know from now on, because I need to be like, why?
Well, apparently he agreed to meet him there and wasn't there when he got there. That's all we know.
Didn't even text him and say, I've been dragged off to the city by my boss, who has found out that I went to WA. You know? Like, come on! Put the pieces together.
Yeah.
Men.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Zero communication. So Sarge is like, look, he kicks the ball to the magistrate, doesn't he, and says, it's up to them, see what they say. It's going to be the next day. You need to come the next day, don't you? And that's, down to the magistrates, and that is that. While all this is going on, what's she called? Ricky. Ricky and Casey are rolling around the bay, reminiscing, aren't they, about Angelo's. There was a really funny line about how much it's changed, and I thought it really hasn't changed that much.
I was thinking the same. In fact, I've got it on my notes to go and actually look at an old clip. In fact, I wanted to go and watch the original Brax walking into Angelo's when it was Angelo's and seeing Charlie for the first time, and I didn't get around to it. But I'm pretty sure it looked the same.
They've zhuzhed it up, and they are. I mean, it is one of my favourite sets ever.
Yeah,
I think it's really real. I do quite like the decor. Right.
I think you and I could definitely have a night out there. I think.
Yeah. They've made like the walls really dark, and like the lighting. It does look a bit wine bar-y, doesn't it, nowadays? Whereas Angelo's was definitely brighter. But in terms of layout, it had like white chairs and.
I need to go back and look.
Yeah, it was a bit bluer.
Was it?
Yeah.
Don't remember that.
And do you remember all the sort of bottles of stuff on the wall behind the till? But the layout's all the same, like completely the same. You'd walk into it and be like, oh gosh, obviously it's had a lick of paint since, but like it's the same place. It doesn't look that different, does it?
No, same layout. Yeah, I'm going to go and have a look on YouTube and see what I can find on the weekend.
Compare the both. Yeah, it was a bit of a strange line, really, but
yeah.
Because I thought I'd be walking around Summer Bay thinking, gosh, nothing's changed.
Unless he's thinking the clientele's different because it's not packed with Riverboys and people punching each other anymore.
Yeah.
Well, until Brax turns up.
They even bump into Lee and Rue, don't they? Spending all the time talking about Joe. Oh,
yeah.
Coming out how to be a Crim's wife. She gives loads of advice, doesn't she?
Marry someone else and then it'll all work out. I was like, is this supposed to be helpful? What? I don't understand.
Ultimately, you'll go back.
Yeah.
So do what you want because you'll always go back.
Super weird. I didn't find that conversation particularly helpful. Joe seemed to. I don't know why. Yeah.
Come on to Joe a bit more later because the reason she needs that conversation, honestly, I'm absolutely fuming about it.
I'm glad.
Yes. Now, upstairs, Casey's asking Dad about the tattoo. We were talking about conversations about the tattoo, weren't we, the other week? And Mackenzie overhears this because she has called Dean to try and get dirt on whoever they call Uncle Fred, you'll remember. And he has said he's going to send one of the boys, but she doesn't know when or who. And she's on edge waiting for a Riverboy to rock up. She hears this conversation about Riverboy tattoo and puts two and two together, gets about 63 and thinks that Brax is the man she's waiting for. So there's this big... I actually found this quite funny because Brax is like, who? What? Blah, blah.
I did find this funny.
Yeah.
Yes.
The wires are crossed and then also Brax, in his way, gets the information about what is going on, really. And you forget, don't you, that there's like two things going on here. There's this Mac and Dean's investigation into trying to get Tane off. And that led to the whole Brax thing. But like Brax has splintered off into his own sort of clearing his name plot. Really, they've sort of separated a bit, and this reminded me that one led to the other. You know, I thought it was a good way to reel us back a bit.
Yeah.
What did you think, other than this scene being funny? Was it weird seeing Brax back in what is now Salt, chatting to Mac?
It was weird, but it was also like he'd never left. It was he just fits in, doesn't he? I don't know how he does it, and he's because he's not played that character in so long. I think Stephen's just stepped into his shoes. Different shoes, because they're probably very different kind of shoes to what he wore 10 years ago, but it doesn't feel like he's I'm honestly flabbergasted by some of the chat I've seen online where people are saying, oh, he's not the old Brax, he's changed, he's much better, blah blah blah, and I'm like, I don't think he's changed that much. I still see the old Brax, and I still like I just think he's done a really good job of stepping back into his shoes and making it look like he's not actually been gone a day. You know, like sometimes when someone comes back into a show, like EastEnders, I guess. We've had loads of returnees on EastEnders, and every time they've come back, I found it really jarring. And I haven't with Brax. It's just been like, oh, here he is. It's like he's just nipped down to the shops and then he's back again. You know what I mean? It's really, I don't know how he's done it, but he's slipped back in so easily.
Yeah, I think, and it's a credit to Steve. It really is, and how good he is.
Yeah.
And I do think he has really. He looks comfortable doing it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it feels like, can you imagine, like, it's like us coming back to this in January, you know? It's been an age.
Yeah.
But also it's like it was yesterday.
Yes.
that you did the season. Do you know what I mean? You just sort of slip back into it just like a glove.
Yeah.
I tell you, I'm watching him and I am thinking, I don't know if it's deliberate, but the way Brax, the character, carries himself now, for me, is a little bit different.
Is it? In what way?
Not in a bad way, not in a kind of, but he is like, let me try and articulate this. I feel like he's back in the bed, and this particularly before he is exonerated, right? Just talking about before the court hearing, okay? I feel like he's a little bit like, he's obviously older, a little bit more established. Like, I just feel like he's got this more sort of authority about him. I know he always carried that sort of air of, you know, don't mess with him. You know, like he was the top dog. But I felt like he was only really the top dog of his clan, like back in the day. Like, whereas now I feel like he is like town status, like we're all the locals are like, all, you know, in room Leah, for example, like, oh my god, you're back. Marilyn's chatting about how hot he is and he's back. Like, and I know if you remember back in the day, they were, when he was leaving, they were, and I remember being quite critical of it at the time, but obviously to myself and these four walls, of like how the sort of the people like Rue, like Maz, like Alf, like were really sad that he was gone. And I felt a bit annoyed about it at the time, because I felt like, oh, do you know what? Like, they represent something different, and he was like, you know. And by that point, I was fed up of him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think now he's back, I actually feel like he's earned that place in the show and in the town. And you know, like, I think everyone's sort of it being big news that he is back. I feel like he deserves now, and I feel like he carries himself that way as well.
Yeah, I think I saw that back in the day, to be honest, and I don't think I ever questioned it, because I think it's because I like the character, and I think your opinion on the character does drive how you see them, I think.
Yeah,
so
I think you're right.
I don't think I'm not seeing anything different. This is how I saw him back in the day, but that's because I enjoyed the storyline. I was genuinely sad when he left. He was one of my favorites. I did see him carrying. He just effortlessly walks around. Like, the thing I like about him is that, you know, he could beat you within an inch of your life, but he wouldn't do it. You know what I mean? Like, and that's why I like him, because I don't want a bloke that will beat me up, but I do like the idea of having one that would have my back. And You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like that kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, and then I completely agree, and you know what you're saying about you are affected by your opinion, aren't
Yeah.
you? You
Yeah.
know, and the way you feel about someone in life as well. You know, if you just for some reason you just take a disliking to someone, you
Yeah.
suddenly don't like anything they do.
Exactly. And then they make a facial expression and you go, ugh, like, oh, they're making
God,
that face.
rolling her eyes
Like
again.
like
Yeah,
with Tane,
yeah,
like I can't stick him at the moment.
mm,
And every time he breathes, I'm like, oh, for this man, you know, because I can't
yeah,
stand him.
yeah.
And I think it does taint your viewing and your perception of somebody. So I think I totally see where you're coming from, but for me, I'm just like it's like you're seeing it now what I saw
Then, yeah.
then. Yeah.
Yeah, but maybe I just needed a break. Do
Yeah,
you know what I mean? To
probably.
see it,
Yeah,
you know, absence makes the heart and all that.
definitely.
However, what I will say, and I'm happy to say this, I'm not. By the way, I do think he is the same. I don't think the character. I quite like. I,
Mm.
I, I quite like the fact that we're sort of rejoining him. He's much older,
Mm.
and you know, he's not going to make the silly mistakes. He's not going to stand for
You
no
reckon?
shit. Well, um, you know, he's not going to stand for shit. You know what I mean? Like that he
Mm.
might have done back then, and that's a good thing. I'm supposed to be joining him 10 years later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's supposed to happen. But what I will say is, when he gets off, you know, he's a
Mm.
free man, which is woohoo. You know,
Mm.
um, and he's now out and about town. He's open. He's out. He's free, and he starts to learn about the Riverboys of today.
Mm.
And he's not liking what he's hearing, is he?
No.
And I think honestly, whoever's idea this was bloody genius, right?
Mm.
Because it reminds us of the reasons why nothing compares,
Mhm.
right? And how times are different,
Mhm.
and you can't really recapture what that moment in
No.
time was. But I think the way this has been positioned to us has been so exciting. So Brax, the sort of supreme of that time, you know, the oracle of the Braxtons, wants to get to know it. So he sits in the bar, doesn't he? As Mackenzie does eventually meet the correct river boy who comes, and he is an absolute douchebag.
Yeah, he really is.
um, and he's actually vile, isn't
Yeah.
he?
Yeah.
And that is not the MO
No.
of the Riverboys when he was at the helm,
No.
was it?
No. No, they weren't horrible for horrible's sake. They were just they got mixed up in stuff they shouldn't have, and yes, they came from the wrong side of the tracks, but they did have a moral code, like
Yeah,
weirdly,
yeah,
which this falls and not just this new Timu Brax I'm calling him because he's got a Timu tattoo the same as Brax's one. But not just him, but like the ones from last year, you know, the Rorys of the Bay, those kind of river boys as well,
mm.
and what was Lacey's boyfriend called? I can't remember. Was it Gage?
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah.
him, like those river boys, they've not got the same moral code. Even within their own pack, I don't feel like they've got the same brotherhood. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah,
just, and
yeah,
we've been saying it for a long time. We've been saying this is not the same magic. You're trying to bring back the river boys, but they're different. It's not the same as it was.
hmm,
And you and I feel vindicated this week because I know we've had conversations definitely off the podcast. I think we've had some on the podcast as well, where we've said Brax would be absolutely horrified if he saw the River Boys of today and
yeah.
what they get up to and how they treat women and how they treat people and
And each other.
yeah,
Yeah,
because it's not the same. It's not the same family unit that it was.
yeah. You're absolutely bob on, and I think that's why I think this is so good.
Yeah.
That we actually witness Brax learn this in real
Mm.
time,
Yeah.
and we actually see him turn around, and it's almost like it's a generational thing. It's like you
Mm.
turn around to youngsters and you're like, in my day,
Mm.
right, give you a
Mhm.
clip round the ear, and I just felt like this is the moment where, for me, the nostalgia kicked in as well. I'm
Yeah.
talking about sort of, I thought he was playing him a bit different, and I thought he was felt a bit more authoritative and a little
Mm.
bit more thingy. And at this point, this is where I was like, oh, I could be watching the show 2013 here.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? This for me, I was like, yes, Brax is back. Do you know what I mean?
This was his first night of freedom, though, isn't it? So I think we need to remember that he's almost been serving his own prison sentence back in WA, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's. I don't think he's been out off the leash from the farm for very long. You know, in between gallivanting around, I don't think he's had much time. I don't even think he's got as drunk as he's got in the Salt. I don't think he's had a proper night out for that long. Because they've been sort of hiding and they've been doing the family unit thing and doing the responsible, farming and all that sort of stuff. So I think now it's almost like he's just gone off on one because that weight's been lifted off him. He's been told he's not going to prison. He can do and go wherever he wants. And it's his first night of freedom in the Bay, isn't it? But it also, unfortunately, his first night of freedom in the Bay means he's stumbled across a Riverboy. And his first night out on the beer has unfortunately led him down a path already.
But he's obviously the curiosity's got to him,
of course,
because all he's hearing is how dreadful they are, and how Eden's telling him, don't get me started, and ask Leah, Leah, who is a dear friend of his, might I say.
Yeah.
This is different to when him and his brothers were in town, because the town weren't talking about them in the same way. They were supporting them majority of the time, actually.
Yeah.
Yes, there were some incidents and there was some trouble, there was some times. But on the whole, they managed to win the town and the community over and integrate into it. Whereas all he's hearing is these guys are not. What's the difference? And he wants to know. And he gets a few drinks down him, and of course he wants to know, doesn't he?
He's almost offended, isn't he? Because he's like, it's because being a Riverboy,
his legacy.
Being a Riverboy to him means so much, and it means that family unit, and it means all that nostalgia that you're talking about, and that we all have at home as well. It means so much to him to be a Riverboy. It's part of his history. And then to hear somebody slagging it off, it must be horrible. It must be horrible to hear someone going, "Oh, them Riverboys are awful. They're absolutely horrible. They're thugs and they're criminals and they're getting into serious dodgy stuff." And imagine hearing that and then going, "Right, our reputation's right down the slammer, and I've, nothing to do with me, but because I'm walking around with these tattoos, I'm lumped in with them now."
Yeah, and that's not like later on when he goes to Mangrove River and sort of has a run-in with him, and I think that's the reason why he didn't go there for the best fish and chips in the world.
No, he went to look.
He went to find out who's who.
Yeah, he did.
Of course he did. And he says, doesn't he, that's not what we are.
No.
And that's the epitome of what's going on here. Like, since he's been away, things have changed, and not for the better.
Yeah.
And the meaning behind why they all stuck together is completely lost.
Yeah.
And that explains, I think the show has done well at sort of, whether it's a backtrack on the last couple of attempts at Riverboys, if that's what you want to call it, go for it. But that explains it quite well for me.
Yeah.
As a long-term viewer. Okay, I'm at peace with the Rory saga because Brax is here to explain it and sort it out.
Yeah.
But back at the Salt, he's not liking what he's hearing from this guy, is he? Picks him up by the singlet, throws him down the stairs. There's a hole in the set. There's stairs have come off. There's a surfboard flying off the wall. You had to get the mop out?
I did. I can't tell you how many times I've rewound that scene. Thank God it's not, like the older days. I can actually just go streaming and reverse it. Oh, yeah. Defo. I've watched that many times.
I do, honestly, and it was just oops.
Yeah. And it's just, how cool is he? Like, I know Steve Peacock is an excellent actor, and I know it's not effortless, but he makes being Brax look so cool and so effortlessly cool. and he's got him on the floor, and he's got his like foot on him. And Marley's there like, oh, can I give you a hand? And I'm like, does he look like he needs a hand, Marley? Like,
I know, why is he there?
back off. And he's just like standing on his back going, no, you're right, dude, I got it. And I was like, this is the Brax I remember. Like, this is the epitome. This is why I fell in love with him in the first place, let's be honest.
And this is the point where I was like, oh, he's back.
Yeah.
You know, like this feels like Home and Away of old.
He's off the leash, doll. He's had a beer. He's a free man, and now he's Brax again. Oh, I loved it.
So we'll see what trouble this gets him into.
Yeah.
There's a few choice words down in Mangrove River the next day, isn't there?
Yes, but this is great because I honestly didn't think they'd be. I really did think they weren't going to be hit more than a week. Then when they were here this week as well, I was like, oh, this'll be, he's free now. She's just asked him, okay, we're free to live wherever we like. Where do you want to go? And I thought, right, they're going to pick somewhere and, you know, get in the car and go. And that'll be it. And it was nice to see them, but sad to see them go again. But then when I watched the trailer again on Friday and he's in it next week, I was like, a third week of Brax? This is insane. Like, I've been spoiled rotten. Don't know what we did to deserve this, but
so glad they as well that the actors have committed to it.
Yes,
you know, sometimes they can be a bit funny about going back and going backwards and things. So
no, I think it looks like they're enjoying it. To me, like I think it's been really, really good. A lot of people have been praising it online. We will talk about that later on in Your Say in the Bay as well.
Yeah, it has been good. Ricky is like schmicky. You know, but I think that again we're talking about sort of your own judgment on characters.
I think Ricky's there to remind us how different his life has been for the last 10 years and how he has had to keep his head down and how he hasn't been beating up Riverboys.
Well, all I'll say is it's funny how the police don't want to speak to her.
Well, yeah. She's been harbouring him for 10 years. But too costly to go to court, Dal. Can't be bothered.
Yeah, they've not got enough money, have they? They can't afford it.
Good job, eh? Good job.
Now, speaking of costly things, Casey's messing about with the old iPad.
Oh, yeah.
This was ridiculous.
Come on, tell me your thoughts.
It drops the blooming thing on the floor, the tablet, the screen, whatever it is. It's an iPad on a stand, but we're supposed to pretend it's all one unit. Whatever it's a slope, we'll go for it. Everyone thinks fixing it is just by tapping the screen.
Yeah. I was screaming, charge it. Put it on the charger.
Plug it!
The battery's died, surely. Like,
no. Yeah, the double A's come loose, Dal.
Well, I wasn't expecting the analog version. I thought we were going to have to plug it into the wall like his bloody ankle monitor, but no. we're going double A's. One of them just got loose, didn't it, when it dropped, apparently. Oh, dear.
Well, there's important evidence on this of old... First of all, what do you make of this? Right, obviously, we zoomed into it, so we've been expecting it. This is the smoking gun, isn't it? Talk me through your thoughts, Sophie.
It's very difficult to keep them without any swearing, but basically, I'm just like, what the hell? Because Tane, I assume, or Harper, not sure, bought this bloody baby monitor to start with. They know how it works. Presumably, they've been using it for... How old is Archie? He must be coming up to like 1 now, surely. He's been around for a while. I mean, Eliza saw her give birth. That's how old Archie is. It's ages ago. So not only have they forgotten, maybe they've got dementia like Irene, that they have this baby monitor and that the drugs were planted in the baby's room. You know what I mean? But not only that, but YCPD were too busy ripping open Tane's throw cushions to notice that there was a recording device in the baby's room where he says that the drugs were planted by someone else.
Yeah, by the way, this camera's high up. It's like CCTV.
It is. But they tore his house apart.
Yeah.
And
clearly not.
They found the drugs in that room. You would think that would be the room that you would spend most of your...
Oh, look, there's a camera there.
And then also...
Wonder if that's caught any footage.
The footage, which we've been shown twice now, or 3 times, I think, the footage clearly shows Kerry holding the bag with her bare hands. I'm sorry.
Fingerprint.
She did not wipe the bag before she put it under the baby mattress. She put it straight down. So again, it's like, did they ever fingerprint that bag? Come on. And if David's watching that, I'm sorry, but if I was him, I'd be fuming, because I'd be thinking, am I just am I running a nursery? Is this a creche? Because my workers have they've missed the baby monitor, and B, they haven't fingerprinted the bag because she's holding it with her bare hands. Unless this woman leaves no fingerprints, unless she's like some kind of super rare.
Maybe she's burnt them off.
And then also, the other thing that's hilarious is that everybody that's come across this baby monitor has decided to flick through all the videos.
Yeah, let's have a look at a baby.
And I'm not being funny. I think I'd have gone, baby videos, and turned it off immediately. I don't think I would have. Would you have scrolled through them all? And
no.
No.
If I was the police, I would have done, though, and that's the frustrating thing. It would have been seized as evidence. It would have been seized and checked. And when Sarge tries to say, well, why'd no one check this? And Cash, good to his credit, good man, says, well, you made me stand outside and babysit Tane in the front lawn. Yes, he did.
He did.
Yes, you were in that house, you...
You were in the house and you were telling people to rip open the cushions because you thought the cushions were going to be full of coke or whatever. I don't know. I don't get it. Like, and the whole case, the whole thing hinged on the baby's room.
Yeah, ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. But I gotta say, I do blame Tane and Harper more than I blame the cops, because I'm not being funny. The cops told him we found the drugs in the baby's cot. Neither of them thought, oh, let's check the baby monitor camera, because that would have been recording it.
Well, it's the first thing you're thinking it.
Yeah.
You know, if I had a camera in my house, in the room where
I'm
alleged...
The only room that has a camera. Apart from the bedroom.
At some point in the last 3 months, I'd have gone, let's have a look at that footage.
And it's a good job that footage wasn't wiped after 30 days.
We were talking about that, weren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Better than Ring. Ocho. Ocho baby monitors, everyone.
What did you think? Did you disagree with anything I've said?
No, I think you're spot on. To summarise, whether I thought this was a good twist, okay,
yeah,
is that we knew, because we had this close-up pan of it, so we knew, didn't we?
Yeah.
I think we could have done without that. I think if we were blindsided by this, right? Like, we had no idea, we had no, we didn't have that shot of the thing a month or so ago. Yeah. We would have still slagged it off as dead shit. and why's no one checked it and all that. But I think it would have been more of a shock.
Yes, because we've all been screaming it for a month, and we've all been waiting for this moment, but we're not feeling excited by it. We're just feeling annoyed that it's taken this long.
Yeah. And how no one's thought of it. Whereas if we didn't know it existed, that annoyance would have just been today.
That's
Do you know
true.
what I mean?
Yes.
So I think that's what I would have done if it was me.
I agree. Yeah,
I think it was too obvious for a month. And then the fact that then it was like, then it broke and and I was like, oh my God.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, to summarise.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
That's what I think.
They didn't need to spoon feed the bit at the beginning for us. They just needed to get here later on.
Yeah.
And then, twist. Because it's not a twist if we've been told about it.
Yeah. And I tell you what else is bugging me now. Not only this air quote twist, is that everyone's now like, yay, Tane's free. And I'm like,
no.
The guy ran.
And also, like, I actually appreciated Sarge, and you'll probably kick off and roll your eyes at this. But I know...
I'll try not to.
Just bear with me for a second. So obviously, when Cash finds out that Brax has got this footage, and the immediate thought is like, oh, Tane's a free man now, and he runs off to Sarge and goes like, well, I've got this evidence that proves he's innocent, and blah blah blah. I'm going to go to the prison and tell him. And David was like, hold your horses, and I was like, hold your bloody horses, Cash.
Yeah.
Because this has not been accepted as evidence. Like I think people. It doesn't help that they get this a bit muddled up on the show, and people think the police have got so much power that they do not have. All the police have got the power to do is to collect evidence, bag it, and send it off to someone else. Someone else will say whether it's admissible.
Especially these days with AI and it all needs to be.
It all needs to be checked out. It could spoof this, or put a dodgy date stamp on it and backdate it. Like, and David was asking the right questions. David was like, "Why didn't we know about this at the time? Why did nobody mention the baby monitor? Why did our lot not find it?" All the questions that we're asking. So he's probably thinking, if this is genuine, it's great. But if it's not genuine, if it's just been magically made by AI or whatever overnight, we need to check this out. So I was actually really pleased that Sarge told Cash to. I mean, Cash didn't listen, obviously, but he did tell him, because I was like, the chain of evidence, the chain of custody for the evidence. Like, you need to be really careful. Yes, it's your mate, and yes, you're really happy, but Cash could really screw this up by doing this wrong if he doesn't follow the protocol that the police have to follow to like give the evidence back. And then it's not them that decide. It's not the police that decide he gets to walk. It's got to go through DPP. It's got to go through the court.
Maybe that's what's happening. Maybe they're all going to tell Tane now, which he has done. He's gone straight to the prison and told him you're a free man in 48 hours. Yeah. But then maybe by doing all this, Cash has fucked it up and maybe he's not. Imagine.
Well, that's what I'm thinking, because I'm just like, this feels too... It feels too easy now, because he's gone running down there and gone, oh, you're going to walk. And I'm like, he's not, because this has still got so much more protocol to go through, so much more red tape to go through. What if they chuck it out? What if they decide it's not? I don't know. I can't think why they would chuck it out, but what if they do chuck it out? And then also, Cash, a police officer who's probably arrested half the people in that prison, is now sat in the prison talking to Tane. That's going to do Tane the world of good, I'm sure, with that crazy guy that's just come out of lockup on, that's got his eye on him.
Oh, yeah.
If he recognises Cash as a copper and sees Tane sat talking to him, he's going to be calling him a snitch and all sorts, isn't he? And
there's a reason. Yeah, the prison stuff's great in it. Honestly,
I want your thoughts on the prison. Actually,
go on.
What do you make of this prison?
I'm looking for Scope, me.
Because is this prison not just like... I don't know how to describe it.
It's a bit homo. The lighting's low. The men are charged.
The men all look like wrong-uns. Like, you have to, don't you? Wouldn't have a lot of clean cut, businessmen in there. They have to look like wrong-uns because it has to look like a prison. But I just find it really bizarre that presumably a lot of these guys look dangerous. A lot of these guys look violent. And they're there with these massive, I don't know, 20-kilogram weights. Could they not just kill someone with those? And then everybody's just doing like yard exercise in vests, and it's, I don't know, like you say, very homo. It's like a Madonna video.
It is. Tane stuck to the wall like he's about to start miming a love song.
It's so funny. I'm glad it's not just me.
Yeah, he's channeling like Enrique Iglesias or something, isn't he? Against the wall there.
I just couldn't believe they give people these. They've got literally weapons. Those weights are massive. They weigh a ton, and they could just drop them on someone's head. And they've given them to a yard full of angry-looking strong men. You know what I mean? It's very bizarre.
I'm just. It's just not. It's just fascinating to be somewhere else, though. Like the prison for me is like all those extras.
Yeah.
We're obviously filming in the yard because, like, wherever we're filming it, we can only be in the yard when it's locked down or something. We're probably filming it somewhere real. It looks real.
It's probably an old prison or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because even the interior looks like an old prison, doesn't it? We're definitely
Is
filming.
it where they film Wentworth or something?
Yeah, it looks like that, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm really enjoying being there and seeing it because it's like, what it says to me is we're really invested in this story.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
And we have thrown absolutely everything at this for like 2 years now. So I'm quite glad that we're still giving it some welly.
Yes.
Even at this stage. So I'm willing to overlook a few things. But I do agree that, I mean, and then like the village people screw who is like proper coded. He's just following Tane around everywhere he goes. I'm just like, who's this bloke? I feel like he's gonna rip his hat off now and be like, it's raining, man.
It's so funny.
Maybe it's wishful thinking. I don't know. Maybe I'm just.
I do feel like it's some kind of musical. some kind of musical going on.
Gotta laugh, haven't you? Hey, Harper's back, and he's rang her, hasn't he, and told her not to bring the baby up. So of course Matt gets all involved and goes up there with Joe. Right. That was enough. Just the mere sight of the place is enough for Joe to pour water on her whole relationship that she just agreed to run away with forever because she loved him that much. The guy just picked a train up off her face and saved her life. But one sight of a prison and a pat down and she's out.
Yes. She's a
Who
wet
is
wipe.
she?
She's a wet wipe.
Who is she? I'm sorry, the least you can do is a prison visit once a week on a picnic bench because the guy saved your life 2 months ago.
And you begged him to come back. She went across the country to get him, thinking she... First of all, right, we're supposed to believe that Josephine, or whatever her name is the kind of girl who could do what Ricky did. She could live a life on the run. She left her home. She was packing her bags thinking she was going to go off and live a life on the run with her fugitive man. But she's totally romanticized the whole thing, hasn't she, in her head? And she hasn't got the cojones to do that. Let's face it, she hasn't. And as soon as Cash said he was going, she looked relieved because it was somebody else that she could go with. And then she didn't have to go life on the run. She just had to go and convince her boyfriend to come back home. You know what I mean? Like she lives in a fantasy world. And then what was she expecting prison? I mean, I wasn't expecting prison to be like that, let's be honest. But you know that it's not going to be nice. You know it's not going to be a private room where you can sit and cuddle your boyfriend for an hour and talk about nice things. It's going to be horrible. It's not going to be a nice situation to go and visit him in. But that's the point, isn't it? You go for an hour. He's in there 24/7, and you're going there to sort of make that day a bit better. To sit with him because you told him that this was a good idea. You convinced him to come back home, and then you turn up 10 minutes into it. You're like, nah, not the vibe's off. I'm not into it.
Can't be asked with this.
We've got to sit at a picnic bench and I can't even hold your hand. I was like, are you for real?
What a princess. She has got a nerve. I tell you so. She has got a nerve. They didn't even give us a sofa.
Yeah, that's
what does she think? What does she expect?
And
her father is a copper.
I know.
So, like, I'm not even able to sort of try and be devil's advocate here and try and explain her. There is no explaining her.
No.
And she is not going to get any fans fast. I'm sorry. No. It's one thing after another with her. I can't even say, because she's been quite naive, right? And naivety... Sometimes it's easy to judge, right? And I'm trying to, and I'll always try and be like, we can all be naive depending on the circumstances, but this is just plain stupid.
It is. Yeah, it is. It's got to the point now where I'm almost demanding a DNA test because I don't believe that Joe and Lacey are sisters.
Yeah, do you know what? Yeah, you're right.
It's such a contrast. I reckon Lacey could handle that. She could go to that prison. that guy that walked past and catcalled her or whatever, Lacey would just she wouldn't even bat an eyelid at that. She would just be like, yeah, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, just grow a pair. Like, Jo just drives me up the wall. She's such a wet wipe. I just can't with her.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, she comes on the screen and my eyes go into the back of my head.
Honestly, how is she the sister of Lacey? And how is she the older sister of Lacey and as well?
Well, yeah.
Lacey's the younger sister, and yet she's hard as nails. You know what I mean? Like, she's just killed a man, and she's handling that better than Jo can handle 5 minutes at a picnic bench.
Like I'm saying, normally, I'm just gonna say, are these questions rhetoric? Because, like, I'd be like, well, I'm trying to explain it to you, but like, well, maybe, she's been with her dad the whole time, who's proper overprotective and but no, I can't be asked because I don't think she's worth my breath.
No, she's
at this
not.
stage.
She's not.
And do you know what? I'll tell you now, the other side of this, and I'll just say, just watch ourselves with this, right? Because we've been here before with the writing, right?
Okay.
The other side of this is we're absolutely falling for it because now, let's face it, Tane's going to get released.
Yes.
Right? Whether we agree or not on his charges and whatnot. When he comes out, we're going to be Team Tane because we're going to want Tane to tell her to fuck off.
We can be Team Tane in this situation and not be Team Tane in the bigger picture, I think. Can't we?
Well, many can't. That's all I'm saying. So this is about perhaps getting us back on Tane's good side and getting us to like Tane again. I'm just dubious, that's all.
Yeah, it's going to take more than that for me. I can be on his side in terms of she's treated him badly. I can see that. Like, I don't like the guy right now, but he doesn't deserve. Let's be honest, Mac has been a better girlfriend to Tane than his own girlfriend.
Let's not scratch that itch.
I'm putting it out there. Mac has been a better partner to Tane, and she's not even his girlfriend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think he doesn't deserve Jo, which says a lot about, or says not very much about Jo, really, considering how I feel about Tane. For me to say that she's not good enough for him and I think he's dirt, that tells you what I think about Jo, doesn't it?
It certainly does. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, when he comes out, I hope he tells her to 0121.
I don't think he will, though, do you?
I don't know, I think... if my theory about us being on his side is right, I think he will.
Do you reckon? I don't see it happening because I feel like they're really pushing the Jo and Tane thing on us, like as the next big ship thing.
I just think this is one of the obstacles.
I think this is supposed to rally us round and go, oh, they're supposed to be together, like they just need to get together. Right, I don't know.
I'm getting the book. So you think this is about making us ship them?
I do. I don't think they've pitched it properly, but I think that's where it's supposed to be landing. Yeah.
I mean, I think this is to make us like Tane again. Let's just see what happens in a few weeks. I've written it down. It's in ink.
Both are plausible, aren't they? Both are really plausible because
this simultaneously actually as well.
Because let's face it, our opinion of both characters is pretty low, so they're going to have to bring one of them up at least, aren't they? In our expectations.
Yeah, very true. Which one will win? Oh gosh! Either way, I'm banging my head against that prison wall here.
Same.
I've only got one last story to talk about.
Oh yeah.
With you, and I've only got one line as well, so it's not going to be a very big topic of conversation.
I think I know what it is, but I want to know what the line is. Go on then.
Sonny's still got it, Dals.
I knew it was going to be that.
He's still got it.
Yeah. But they got creative, apparently. They got creative, and the way that this was shot was hilarious because they were lying in bed, and Dana was almost like up the wall, sitting up against the wall, rosy cheeked, and I was trying to imagine. Well, yeah, I'm going to say it. I was trying to imagine what creativity they were getting up to. For her to end up in that sort of position and so red-faced. But there we go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Didn't hate the fact that they got over the line.
No, this was good. We needed this. We needed a bit of a positivity because, let's be honest, Sonny is better when he's happy-go-lucky and things are looking up. And
Yeah, and do you know what? He might be a little bit less wound up now.
yes,
You know, he's had that
yes,
release.
yes.
Go and see him
Yes.
on tour.
I'm
February,
August.
August.
I'm starting to see, like I haven't been on Facebook because I logged out ages ago and I can't remember my password. So I probably do need to go back in just for the look and,
Sounds like me.
for the drama because I miss it a little bit. But I need to go and read some comments because we've had a very tame few relationships recently on Home and Away where nothing explicit's really happened. But people on Facebook have been like bed hopping, always sex on this show. And I'm like, this week is actually it's flirted with the line this week because we've had the Sunny and Dana stuff in bed, rosy cheeks and kicking her sister out so they can have a round 2 go, which was very explicit for Home and Away, I think, for the sort of tea time drama. But also this week we've also had the lines that Sterlo had with Mac in that confrontation at Salt when he was like, "What's that cupboard? Can we go in there and lock the door? Let's see what your mouth does." And I said to you, I was like, I can't believe they put that in the script. Like, he said something like, "Let's see what you can do with that mouth apart from talking." And I was like, whoa. So there's been some interesting...
Yeah, they've really sort of pushed that line, haven't they, that boundary?
Yeah, what that mouth do? I'm going to have to go on Facebook this weekend and have a look and see what Pauline
have a look
thinks.
what Pauline's been saying. Please, yeah.
And Doreen. Pauline and Doreen on Facebook. I need to go and have a look.
Yeah, where have all the Christian values gone, eh?
Because it had me clutching my pearls, and I don't clutch my pearls very often, Yeah.
And it looked like somebody else was clutching.
Right, Si, it's that time. It's your say on the bay.
My say on the bay?
Well, kind of, yes. Yes and no. I want to hear your say, but we're going to react to other people's say on the bay. So this is the part of the podcast where we want to hear from you guys listening right now. We've just recapped our thoughts on this week's drama on Home and Away this week. All the shenanigans that are going on. We loved it. As you can probably tell, we've banged on about it for an hour. Thank you for getting through all of that. But we also want to hear from you and what you think about what's happening right now. So, as you know, we've got a form. If you go to coastalnewspod.com, navigate your way to the Your Say on the Bay section. There's a form there where you can put your name, and there's a box where you can type all your lovely thoughts about what's happened on Home and Away this week. They'll get pinged to us, and then we can read them out on this section of the podcast, can't we, Si?
We can indeed. Well, you can.
I can. Easy as that, though. It's dead easy just to get in touch with us that way. Also, we're on social media as well. So if you look for us, we are obviously Coastal News Podcast at Coastal News Pod. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Blue Sky, all of the above. And we also tweet along live while we can, while Twitter is still functioning in some regard.
Just about.
Just about. We've had some glitches this week, but it's just about still teetering. We watch the show at 6:30 p.m. Monday to Friday on 5-Star, and we talk to people on X Twitter using the Home and Away UK hashtag. So if you want to jump on and talk to us, talk to the lovely group of people on there that talk about the show as we're watching it, please feel free to get in touch. If not, as I said, use the form and tell us your thoughts. We have had 2 forms this week. Very lucky, because without you guys filling the form in, we've got no Your Say on the Bay. So keep them coming in. But thank you very much for getting in touch with us. And the first person we've got on the form is Jamie.
Hooroo.
Hooroo, Jamie. Regular on the old tweet along that I just mentioned on X, on the Home and Away UK hashtag as well. Jamie says, so Brax is now free to live without fleeing the law hanging over him. I thought I'd comment on his return.
Oh, now, Jamie, is Jamie team didn't like Brax?
Yes. So
Right.
famously on the tweet along, we've had quite a few people that were sort of feeling a bit anxious, let's put it that way, because they weren't that excited about the Brax return. They weren't that keen on the Riverboys the first time
Okay.
around.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I think Jamie was in that camp. I think he would agree with that as well.
Okay.
Because he says, up until now, he was my least favourite character, this is Brax, on the show by a mile.
Oh.
So yeah, I think that sums it up. Least favorite character. I mean, there's been a lot of characters on the show and Jamie's watched this for decades. Let's say.
I'll take your Brax and I'll raise your Simone.
Well, yeah, there's a few I can think of that were my least favorite character on the last 30 odd years or so. But I have found his return along with Ricky to be a triumph.
Oh.
Yes, in fact, the most I've enjoyed the show for ages. There you go. That's quite some praise for someone least favorite character to triumph and the most I've enjoyed the show for ages. That's quite a turnaround, I'd say.
Just about, yeah. Interesting, because we were saying how good it's turned out as well.
Yeah.
So it's obvious, is this more universal? Sounds like it.
Sounds like it. Jamie goes on to say he hasn't been as much of a galah this time around because all he wants is freedom and to not have to look over his shoulder, which is also holding Ricky and Casey back from their normal life. Yeah, that's it, isn't it? He has changed in a way that he's had to adapt to his new situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that, I think during our discussion, perhaps we overlooked this a little bit, but the effect on Ricky and Casey's life, particularly Casey,
Yeah.
because there's been little subtleties, like he didn't know how to behave in a restaurant. And
yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Because he's been kept.
You texted me, didn't you? And you were like, he doesn't know how to behave in a restaurant. And I was like, never been in one, doll.
I know. He's been like confined to the ranch.
Go to your room and do your homework.
I was thinking, it's quite sad, really, when you break it down. How,
yeah,
I don't know, because I was sort of being a bit facetious about Ricky, when we did an episode with Tamsin a few weeks back, the special, and saying that this kid would have had a much better life with Nate, who was willing to bring it up. He was willing to do that, and to me that just sort of re-solidifies that for me that I was right.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's. I think it's good to acknowledge it because this poor kid. Let's face it, they wanted him to have a better life than they did, didn't they? Because they grew up in Mangrove River. They didn't, have the best start in life. And they wanted more for their as parents do, it's normal, isn't it? You want your kids to lead a better life than you do. But then he's kind of questioning, has he had a better life than me? Because we've had to keep him so sheltered and all these rules that he's had to have, like don't talk about our business and don't tell anyone your name and don't talk to a stranger. And yes, some of that is vital for like keeping safe, but some of it is just like it's restrictive to the point of this kid is so sheltered and he's got no siblings, like he's an only child as well, so he's not it's not like he's able to play with other kids of near his own age at home. He's just got no he's not been social. It's like a puppy that's not met another dog and he's not been socialized. And then you wonder why they behave badly.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
And what all this happening does is give us scope with him now as a character for the future. You sort of start, you've got to think about sort of future proofing a soap, haven't you?
Yes.
And potentially, I was sort of saying, why is he not badder? Why is he so? It's obviously these reasons we're talking about.
Yeah.
But that's an interesting angle as someone who would he's going to have when he's learned about the identity of where he comes from. He's going to battle with that. Why don't I fit that then? Like, why am I like I am? And that wasn't my choice, and that was taken. That's quite an interesting thing for a character.
And he's grown up without that extended family that we've been talking about. Like, has he met Cheryl and Heath and is Heath's kid, who I can't remember the name of, and everything else. No, I don't think he
Yeah,
has.
it's completely. I'm not saying they haven't done well with him but you
No.
need more. You need more in life. Of course you do.
He seems like a nice kid. Like, he's not a horrible little kid. He's not like a little toe. He's not a toe rag. Like, he broke that monitor and immediately went to his mum and said, "I've done something bad." You know, like, that was. I actually give him a bit of kudos for that, because I would have just hidden it under all them toys and claimed I'd never seen it before.
I'll tell you a really funny anecdotal story. Me and my brother,
Yeah.
as kids, broke an ornament.
Oh,
When your
no.
house was full of ornaments back in the day.
But yes.
The head came off.
Oh, no.
This figurine.
What did you
So
do?
we balanced it back on. And
And
thought
then
we'll just see it.
I know nothing.
Well, like a week later, obviously Mum's dusting,
Oh, God.
picks it up, and the head goes flying.
Oh, God.
Goes absolutely insane. Which one is it? Da, 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 da. And we were like, hang on, how is it taking you a week to dust?
Rude. Oh, dear.
Who's the real baddie here, Mother?
Rude. You gaslighted your mum. Wow.
Before we even knew what it was.
That's a toe rag there. Right there. That's a toe rag. I was a toe rag as well. I was awful. Like, honestly, if I'd broken someone's monitor back in the day, I would have hid it in that pile of toys and I wouldn't have mentioned it. But there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. He immediately fessed up. He went out, "Mom, I've broken this. I'm sorry." And I was like, wow.
Soft lad.
I would not have. But he's a good boy. You know what I mean? That's the contrast.
But that's what I'm talking about, his identity, and like he doesn't fit the mold, the way he comes from. That could be quite an interesting story, couldn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Yes. Going back to Jamie, because we went on the tangent as we normally do.
My say
on the boat. Jamie says it's been good to see him back, Brax, and I'm hoping he meets up with the others who knew him so he can leave with the proper closure. Yeah, I don't know who's left in the bay. Well, not in the bay, in the Mangrove River. That he actually, because I was looking at these Timu Riverboys this week, and they all look so young. And he's going, "Oh, I don't know," because he had that chat with Eden, didn't he? And Eden said, "Oh, do you know Rory that went out with Flick?" And he was like, "No, I don't know him." And I was like, "Yeah, because 10 years ago, Rory was in nappies. You wouldn't have known him. Like, he's not a 40-year-old man. he's a young boy, so." I don't know. When Jamie says it'd be nice to see the others who knew him, if you could like go back and
who
see
else
them.
was there? Did Adam Sharp die?
Oh, I don't remember.
He had a son as well, didn't he? What was his son called?
Oh, God.
Or was the son Adam?
I can't remember.
You can see his face, can't you? Sure,
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking
you could see
about.
his face. But that's the thing. All of these
or
ones
people
back
connected.
In the day,
It'd be interesting. Yeah, they're not going to be around now, are they?
10 years. It's a long time. They're all going to have kids, or they're going to be in prison, or they're going to be dead. And I would argue that Brax is none of those things. Well, apart from the kid, he's not dead and he's not in prison just because he's been on the run for 10 years.
Yeah, that's true.
If he'd hung around in Mangrove River, Brax might be 6 feet under, or he might have been in prison for something else, you know?
Yeah.
Don't know. He's been lucky that he's been away almost off the radar.
You're right, yeah, there is that way of looking at it. You're right, yeah.
So I don't know. It'd be interesting to see. I do wonder where Heath is. I do question where Heath is, because he has cropped up before with the Tane storyline. He has crossed paths with Tane before. And we were led to believe he was nearby. I don't know whether he was definitely still in Mangrove River, but I'm thinking probably more Sydney or the nearest city, or...
Yeah, he's not supposed to be that far, is he?
Yeah.
And I'm sure one of Irene's sort of visits was to them.
Yes. Yeah.
At one point.
Yeah. So I do think that, yeah, it'd be interesting to see if they drag anybody else out from back in the day, but I don't...
Yeah.
I'm not expecting it. You know what I
No.
mean? I'm not expecting it to happen. Are you?
No, I'm the same. I'm the
Yeah.
same.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't feel like I need it, but I know what it means, that the interaction with the. I mean, I don't know how welcome he's going to be given what's gone down this week.
Mm-mm.
We'll see. It'd
True.
be some of this lad that were, what's he called?
Sterlo.
I say Stella.
Sterlo. Yeah.
If like he is the son of somebody Brax knows, or like they're connected in some way,
Could be. Yeah.
from back in the day maybe, and then that sort of cuts the tension out, because
Yeah.
somebody who this young lad looks up to has been like, cut it out, it's Brax,
Yes. Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah. That's what it needs, doesn't it? It needs,
Mm,
because this guy is just like, who is this old fart that's just turned up in the bay
yeah,
and thinks he knows everything and blah
yeah,
blah blah.
and this lad thinks he's top dog, right?
Yes.
So this is like a massive cock measuring contest right now.
Yeah, it is. Defo. Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah, it's interesting though, because obviously Jamie goes on to say Brax 1.0 is still my least favourite character, but Brax 2.0 I will look back on more fondly.
Seeing you spent at least 20 minutes arguing that it's the same, so
I
it's
think it's the
funny,
same.
isn't it?
I think it's
How
hilarious.
we're all watching the same thing,
Yeah.
but how different people see things
Mm.
now
Yeah.
compared
Yes.
to then, and whether I think Braxton fatigue has got a lot to answer for.
Yeah. I think I didn't have that problem. I didn't get to the point where I was ready for them to leave, and I was genuinely like, "Oh, that's a shame that that's over," because I enjoyed it. So, and I didn't know anybody back then that watched the show, so I didn't know you, and obviously there was no tweet along and there was no podcast, so I was in my own little bubble, and I was genuinely shocked when I first spoke to you about the Riverboys. I remember you educating me on it back in the day, like
Educating you.
it was like 3 or 4
Me?
years ago. We got chatting. You've educated me on 2 things, and I will never forget it. One of them is Leah, and you've totally opened my eyes to what Leah's actually like, and I'm like, wow, because I gave her so much grace, and now I see it, and now I'm like, oh god, she is a bit awful actually. And also the fact that I thought because I thought the Braxtons were so amazing and the Riverboys were so amazing, I just assumed everyone did. And then you were like, no, there was like a massive,
Fracture.
fracture. The fan base was like divided, and you told me all about, because I wasn't on the forums and all of that. I was watching all of this offline in my own little bubble, my own little world, going, "Oh, this is great, and I'm going to miss him when he leaves." And then you were like, "No, everyone hates them, and this happened, and blah blah blah." And so said on the forum, and I was like, "Wow!" Like you opened my eyes, because I just, in my own little naive bubble, I was like, "Well, I like it." Like, so
Yeah.
you know.
I got a 3-day digital spy ban.
Love it.
Honestly, they were insane days on the internet.
I wish I'd
Mm.
known. I wasn't really much of a. Yeah, when I was younger, I wasn't really much of an internet person. As I've got older, I've become more recluse and become more online than in real life. Yeah. But back in the day, I didn't, and I just went to work, and I was like, "Anyone watch Home and Away last night?" And everyone's like, "No, don't watch that. I haven't watched that since school." And I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll keep my opinions to myself."
Oh, we've missed so many years.
We have. It's
talking about this show.
Devastating.
It is.
We're here now.
It is.
We're here now.
And we're talking about Bleeding Brax. Who'd thunk it?
Oh, I'm so happy. Honestly, I could not be happier this week. I'm so happy. And what makes me really happy is because part of me was dreading all of this, because you told me like, oh, everyone hates the Braxtons, and because I started to see it on Twitter, like when we're doing the tweet along and the whole Braxton Ricky return was announced by Channel 7 and all the Home and Away social media was going mad about it. And I saw it for myself for the first time. I saw on the hashtag, oh God, no, not them, not him, not that. And I was like braced, because I was like, oh, I'm actually 50-50 on this now, because I love him and I don't want them to bring him back and ruin it for me, because my nostalgia, my memories and all that sort of stuff. I'm happy with how I remember him.
And these days you're watching the show with more noise because you're on the tweet along and stuff. Yeah.
And I was like, everyone's dreading this. And I'm not looking forward to it because everyone's dreading it. And I feel nervous because I'm like, don't ruin this character. Don't ruin this character for me. He's my favourite. But everyone else was going, he's my least favourite. I hate him. I can't stand him. This is the reason why I turned the TV off. This is the reason why I stopped watching Home and Away. And I was like, oh my God. Like, I was so nervous. And now to see all the positivity and all the comments and all the people saying, yeah, it wasn't my favourite back then, but this has been a triumph, to coin a phrase from Jamie. I'm
2.0.
like, wow. Like, I mean,
interesting.
that's kudos for the show, really.
It is. And in some way, triumph is a good word because it means they have fixed the sort of aftertaste of Brax.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, people like Jamie now will remember this, and he came back and I enjoyed it, and that was the last thing I remember of him.
Yeah.
Not the guy who ruined the show for me.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
Potentially. Yeah. So it's worth it. This has been a massive success. I can't deny it.
Yeah, it has. It has. And I will admit, even though it's my favourite, I will admit I had mixed feelings about him coming back, and I've absolutely loved this.
Yeah.
It was the best call that they've done.
And it's nice that there's such a massive buzz about the show.
Yes. Yeah,
so,
definitely. Yeah. I will mention special mention to Mr. David as well. While we're talking about Brax and the fact that Jamie is loving Brax 2.0 as he calls him.
Oh yeah.
I also want to go on record with Mr. David. I've took a screenshot of your tweets this week, Mr. David, as well. Because Mr. David said Brax coming back has revitalized the show. And yes, this is me saying this. Now, Mr. David was one of the people that I was a bit nervous about going into this storyline, because Mr. David is one of our friends from the tweet along on Twitter. I think very highly of him, and he really did not like Brax, and he made it very, very clear that he really wasn't a Brax fan, wasn't a Riverboy fan, turned off his telly because he got so annoyed back in the day by the Riverboys. But actually, Mr. David has said it's revitalized the show, and he's really enjoying all the Brax stuff and the shenanigans and having him back. So another one that's been turned around and will admit it, which is really, I think this is really cool. The fact that people will say on record, yeah, I didn't like him the first time around, but now I love him. I think that's so cool to say.
Yeah.
You've changed your mind, because
absolutely.
That's another part of watching Home and Away is lots of the storylines start off by either you hate it and then you end up loving it. You know, like the Mac and Levi stuff. We couldn't stick them, could we?
No.
When they first got together. Now we're loving them, and it's like we like Levi and everything's okay. Theo, when he first came into the Bay, you and I absolutely slagged him off. Couldn't stand Theo. And then last year when he got killed off, we were like, oh, that's such a shame.
I'm bereft.
I'm like, I'm devoed, you know? So, you know, this is part of the Home and Away stories, going on the journey, the cringeworthy as it might seem, with some of the storylines and some of the characters that you either start off loving and end up hating, or you start off hating and end up loving. And I think it's fascinating. I do think it's fascinating. But anyway.
I agree, and you know, that's why we've done this for so long and still love it.
Yeah, because even we can get surprised by how we feel about people.
Yeah.
Or not. Yeah. Maybe one day we'll have a podcast entirely devoted to how much we love Joe. You never know.
Honestly, that's a tough thought right now.
It is, but in 5 years' time,
you never know. I'm hoping it's not. I'm hoping I'm not have to go through this for 5 years.
You just don't know, doll. You don't know. Anyway, thanks, Jamie, for getting in touch.
Thank you.
And next up, we've got Carl.
Hooroo,
and then that means goodbye. Oh, David, you've ruined this for us. Carl, who's from Dublin, I think. I think it's the same Carl. So this is Carl.
Oh, Carl.
If it's the same Carl, then it's the guy who called you out, mister, on reading or not reading out bits of First Look.
Yeah.
He's back again. Hi, Carl.
No.
Oh, dear. It makes me laugh every time I think about it. Carl says, hey, guys, I hope I get this in on time for the pod. Well, you did. Just about.
Well done.
I think I got this message about 2 minutes before we started recording, didn't I? He's just here to moan about Joe again, he says.
Oh, joy in the queue. Go on.
Well, we enjoy a Joe moan, so let's get on with it. It honestly took her just one prison visit to decide this is all too much for her and to immediately throw in the towel.
Yep.
Yes. This after deciding to go on the run without a second's thought. And then that was too much for her too. So she dragged her fella back to the bay so he can go inside and then promptly drops him when she realises prison actually means prison. She's the worst.
If anything, she is the worst. I agree, Carl. But if anything, Tane's got some blame here because, like, she was dating him but marrying someone else.
Mhm.
the
That's
chicken
true.
livered bugger that was that
Eddie.
that was
Eddie.
it, Eddie.
Why can I remember all these feckless men's names?
I don't know. But it's a good job because I can't.
I wish I did. I can't remember stuff that's actually important. And then I'm like, Eddie, oh yeah, that guy that was in it for 3 episodes. Why can I remember him? Like, I didn't even like him. Hello. Anyway. Yes. He says, I swear the writers want us to hate her.
Yeah. There's you have to think there's got to be reasoning behind this because
Yeah.
why else?
Yes. I don't know. It's weird, isn't it? Like, I honestly don't know what we're supposed to make of her. Because it'd be weird to write a character that we're supposed to hate, right? Especially one that's because for me, when I look, this is another thing about looking on social media and having my eyes opened. Like, if I was sat in my living room on my own and not talking to anybody and not interacting with anybody and not looking at social media, I'd be sitting stewing, hating Tane, assuming everyone else would feel the same as me. But when I open my eyes and read the comments, everyone is still pro Tane, and I'm like, wow.
They can't see over his shoulders. That's fine.
They can't. But that's fascinating. So then I'm sitting here thinking, well, I don't like Tane, but the majority of comments I see are quite positive towards him. And then I'm sitting here thinking, I don't like Joe. But then I can't actually find much positivity towards her either.
It's quite unanimous, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you look out there.
It's fascinating because I can dislike a character that everyone else likes, and I can dislike a character that everyone else dislikes. And I find that fascinating.
You're not always against the grain. Don't worry.
But then if it's unanimously anti-Joe, is it on purpose or are we all just missing something?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah. I mean, this is getting a bit like do.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's hard to believe that this could be deliberate, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, why?
Why? Because if Tane is, you and I aren't the biggest Tane fans, but looking at the majority of people do ship him and still think he's great and the sun shines out of his arse. So it'd be really weird for it to be deliberate that his girlfriend is genuinely hated by everybody, and that was a choice.
This is why I was saying in the main pod as well. Like, are we just like falling for this? Are we just like?
Yeah.
Are we like literally hypnotized here?
Maybe. That would make
Little
more
do
sense.
we know.
There's
been those black and white swirly things in between each scenes. We've all been hypnotized and none of us realise we have.
Possibly.
Yeah.
It'd be fascinating to see how this plays out if he does get off with the charges. Yeah.
I hope he tells her to heck off.
Yeah.
But then again, is that what they want me to say?
I don't know.
Are they my thoughts or have they been implanted? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't trust my own brain anymore. What the hell?
Do I have a thought?
Yeah. Are we just being? Are the strings being pulled? You know? Are we just Muppets? Puppets? Muppets. I don't know.
Number one, you Muppet.
Puppet. I don't know. We're just puppets. I don't know. Who knows? Yes. And then to end Carl's comment, he says, also, I seem to have somehow missed Sonny's magical miracle at the end of the week. Funny that. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Oh, yeah. What happened to his magical miracle? What happened there?
Don't know.
I wonder.
Don't know. We've not checked back in with them for a while. I'm guessing they're still in the bedroom. No idea. No idea. And he says, have a great weekend, guys. Chat soon. Thank you.
You too, Cal. She's clueless. You too, Cal. Uru.
I'm trying to keep it clean. Is this something you did on the first look? It is, isn't it? Yes. I'm going to go back and listen now.
Everything is cryptic.
Mm-hmm. Well, I will be listening over the weekend and checking and double checking and, yes, correlating and adding things up.
Nudge, nudge.
I will come back next week and yes. Mm-hmm.
Everything's above board, don't worry.
Right, okay. Anyway, thank you for getting in touch. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you, Carl. Without your input, there would be no Your Say on the Bay.
Please take the time to like, subscribe, and review Coastal News wherever you source your podcasts and ensure you never miss an episode.